Hi, all dairy-free lady here. Today I'm going to show you how to make a dairy-free lasagna. So right now I have my lasagna noodles boiling and I am browning my ground beef. I will be using some salt, garlic powder, Italian seasoning. I will tell you, be careful when you purchase your spices, because you may notice when you read labels that some spices, here's an example of one not to use. So the cheaper spices may say may contain milk. So be careful on your spices. I usually buck up a little bit and get the organic spices that don't say may contain milk. Right now I am just working on continuing to brown my ground beef. Going to drain it and season it, and then I will assemble the lasagna. So now I have my ground beef finished. I'm going to add pasta sauce and I'm going to add a little bit of sugar. I always like my pasta sauce to have a little bit of sweetness. Okay, now I'm going to put 3 of my lasagna noodles in the bottom of the pan. I have my oven preheating to 350. Now I'm going to add some of my ricotta. There is a separate video for this ricotta. This is a non-dairy ricotta made with almonds. If you need to see that video, you can head on over to that. I'm going to spread out my non-dairy ricotta very generously onto each of the noodles, and to make sure you save some for the next layer. After I add the non-dairy ricotta, I'm going to add my meat sauce. Now you could make this vegetarian if you didn't want to use ground beef, but if you're like me and you're just non-dairy, I just tend to use ground beef. And remember, you need to save a little bit for the next layer as well. So for this next step, you can use a plant-based mozzarella style shredded cheese, or you can go to my video on my mozzarella sauce that is non-dairy and you could use that. So you've done your first layer and now you are just going to repeat with the second layer. A little bit trickier to try to lay this out. Now I saved my last layer of cheese for after this has cooked for a while in the oven, because I don't want the top layer of cheese to be burned. So we're going to cook this in the oven at 350 for about 45 minutes, and then about the last 5 minutes you can add the last layer of your plant-based mozzarella style cheese, or you can add my mozzarella sauce. Okay, now we're going to place it back in the oven until the cheese is melted, and then you can serve. For more recipes, visit alldairyfree.com.